What is up, guys? My name is Brandon Simeone, and this is the first episode of 14 Talk. Let's get right into the news. Last night, the pay-per-view known as Elimination Chamber and a Raw exclusive pay-per-view happened, and last night something very, very big happened. Ronda Rousey officially, parentheses on that, officially signed with WWE. The whole segment started off with Kurt Angle coming out first, and then the game Triple H and Stephanie McMahon coming out together. They start off with a promo in the ring with the three of them talking about how great of a signee and how they're not signee, how great it is to travel the world and trying to find these great competitors, these great athletes. They talk about her time in the Olympics because she apparently was in the Olympics for judo. I didn't really know that. I knew she was very good in judo. I didn't know she was in the Olympics for it. She and her time in, of course, MMA. They didn't mention UFC. I believe they didn't. The company itself. And they mentioned how Triple H actually throws a little nod into Kurt Angle here with saying how this is the biggest signing since we signed an Olympic gold medalist. That was kind of nice. That was kind of cool. And they announced her as Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Now, she used that name in UFC, in her MMA career, because she was trained by Rowdy Piper. She has the blessing from the family to use that name, which is pretty cool. She comes out. Her entrance is pretty much the same as when she debuted at the end of the Royal Rumble. And it's the song Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. I don't know how much they're paying for that song, but I really think she just needs her own little theme. But I guess that works. I don't remember or recall like if she used that when excuse me. I don't recall if she used that when she fought in the MMA. When she fought in UFC, I mean. But anyway, she comes down to the ring. She has a giant smile on her face. She's so happy to be there. She high fives the crowd. It's just a cool feeling to seeing somebody, who's always had a dream of doing this, who's always been a big fan of WWE do this. And I'm gonna be biased because I'm kind of sticking up for her because I know a lot of people I know don't really see her as something special to be put into WWE, but let's give her a chance. Anyway, it continues on with her going to the ring, shaking the hands of Vince McMahon and Stephanie, and then hugging Kurt Angle. That's kind of cool. She gets on the mic, and you can obviously tell she's a little nervous. They finally let her speak, and she talks about how she's so grateful to be here, how this has been a dream of hers, and how she talks about Roddy Piper a little bit, and it's so great. She's a little shaky with her voice, which is understandable because with that whole, it's her first time doing something like this. It has to be terrifyingly scared. The one thing they do mention in the promo, Triple H is like, you want no special treatment, no exclusivity. So she really wants to be one of the roster. So that is kind of cool. I hope she's in. I don't really know how I feel about that, but anyway, if she really wants to do this the right way, she is doing it the right way, at least. Wanting no special treatment, just to work her way up to the top. She wants to work her way to a championship match. She doesn't want to be handed it like it's supposed to. The one thing that is handed to her is her first match is probably going to be at WrestleMania. Which, am I okay with that? I don't really know, but then again, it's Ronda Rousey. Are you really going to waste that and not have her be at WrestleMania? No, they're not. The one thing they bring up is WrestleMania 31, which, funny little thing, Kurt Angle kind of flubs up, says WrestleMania 21, and then he corrects himself really fast, says 31. This is the first time, at least in my eyes, they ever really mentioned WrestleMania by numbers. Because I know after WrestleMania 30, Vince McMahon was really hell-bent on them not mentioning numbered anymore, like which WrestleMania this is, because he kind of felt like it was starting to feel like WrestleMania is getting old. So that's kind of cool, at least in my eyes, but if you can count, you can obviously realize what WrestleMania it is. But, they kind of mentioned about how WrestleMania 31, The Rock came out, and then how Ronda Rousey embarrassed Triple H and Stephanie McMahon by one flipping Triple H over her shoulder and then putting Stephanie McMahon in an armbar. And then Kurt kind of talks about how he says, "Oh, remember backstage how he said, oh, for 3 years, we finally, after 3 years now, we finally own he says, bitch." I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. And then, like, he cuts him off and says, "You know what, Kurt, I don't think you feel good. Let's take you into the back. He's probably sick. It's the flu. He's feeling dizzy." And they take him up. Stephanie McMahon kind of tries to talk her down because she looks relatively pissed. That's the one thing I really love about Ronda Rousey is her intensity, her face, just the way it looks. She's a very beautiful girl, but she has this look where it's like, you effed up, you said the wrong thing, I'm going to kill you, and I can do it. Like, I wouldn't put it past her that she could take Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't put it past her that she can make Brock Lesnar cry. Like, honestly, she has that look, that fire in her eyes that looks so intense, so freaking brutal, And then as they're going through Triple H and Kurt Angle says, "Stephanie, didn't you tell me backstage before that you can even take her?" And she just has this, like, "Oh, I'm murdering you." And she goes up next to her, backs her up against the ropes. Triple H comes in, spreads them apart, tells Steph to come over here, and just says, "Hey, sign the contract. Come on. Let's not do this here. Let's not do this." Triple H goes back to talk to Ronda. She flips him over her shoulder and, like, an arm drag type. I think it's an arm drag. It's pretty much the same thing she did to him at WrestleMania 31. Puts him through the table. Stephanie is terrified. She rolls out the ring. Ronda Rousey signs the contract and throws it onto Triple H. Walks out. Oh my god, that was a big moment, and it was pretty cool, honestly. I think it was kind of cool, in my opinion. Of course, Triple H kind of stands up, kind of slow. It looks like he's hurting a little bit, and he looks obviously pissed. He was just showed off by this girl. Well, in his eyes, this girl. But damn, that was pretty cool. Afterwards, there was something called Raw Talk, which is basically they're talking smack. God, I wish Talking Smack would come back. But anyway, Renee Young says, because I forget her co-host on this show. I can't remember his name. Damn, it's gonna bother me. But he's on there now a lot more. He's a radio personality in, I believe, New York. He's a radio personality in New York, and he's very popular. Rosenberg. There we go. I remember it now. Rosenberg, and he asked, like, "Oh, is she actually dressed in the locker room with all you girls?" And she's like, "Yeah, definitely. She dresses with one of us. She was really nice, really sweet, and all that other stuff." So I don't know if they're playing this up on TV, but I really hope that she's taking that route of, I want to work at this. I want to try this very much, and do my best. At what this could potentially be a pretty cool signee for WWE. I mean, she is very big. She is very big in the world of, like, physical sport, fighting styles and stuff like that. She's a very big personality for women in general. She really is a trailblazer in women with UFC and all that stuff. She basically was signed to UFC, and they created a women's division in UFC. It's kind of cool. So, I really have high hopes of this. I don't know. I guess I just gotta see her wrestle, which I really hope they do try at least show off a match or two before WrestleMania. Maybe put her in with some veteran in there, like, who can they put her in with that's on Raw? I know Alicia Fox is out with an injury. What's her name? Mickie James. Put her in with Mickie James. Have Mickie James kind of help her out a little bit. She's more of a veteran than anybody else. She knows her way around the ring a little bit more, I believe. So put her in with Mickie James. I think that'll be perfect. Yeah, pretty much. That's just my opinion, because this is leading up to a match at WrestleMania with Stephanie McMahon. At least I think it's just gonna be Stephanie. I don't know if I hear anything else. I'll sure to update you guys. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling now for about 10 minutes about this very small, not really small segment. I mean, it was about like 10-15 minutes. But anyway, guys, I've been Brandon Simeone. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below. Also, if you want to keep up to date with my with what I'm doing and my topics I want to choose for my videos, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Again, I'm Brandon Simeone, and this has been 14 Talk. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.